Yo abusia nanso so da foforo. Today we are having a conversation. Now we are discussing Animus and Sensus. Enkoma yebedi no ni tripo na mede ama wo no. Na yebehwe eniama miensa. Yebedi kan ahwe Zoroaster child na efe yewi a yebehwe agenda. Ye free one ya behwe Pegasus of the mind. Eniama yebeka ho asem ende no. Enu nie. One of the important reasons why I love this show, Time with Maame Grace, when we started some 6 years ago on social media, is that it tackles very sensitive issues of life. Time with Maame Grace, and I'm starting show platform way. Into platform way, me starting all by myself. Menkwa na me ye me platform no. Na me started say me ye Time with Maame Grace. Na bi wo wa me nya 2 views. Mabre papa. Equipment I me use to my turn be 4 times. Me to bia no mo defraud me out of trust. Nti na me say me ba social media no. My ye adwuma wo me trust ho papa. Time with Maame Grace na me start a platform kese ya wu me nko I was doing it alone. Na me bi am nya 2, e bi am nya 4. Nso na me guso my influence bibia just like my starting my business platform na man fa platform we push here no so ma started from scratch no sa na me challenge me ho because competition is everywhere bibia ni atiasefo asase so a obi na start ye obi dia bibia we we asibia obi na ye no bi su ye bie until there is nothing like competition anywhere nemom your extras any would challenge a wode ma wo ho no eno na ma wo stand out na ma wo ye unique. And even when I started Revelations, I was paying the people that were coming. They won't tell you that one. One day I would have a story to tell. The day I met sorry if Revelations, I could not so I will be hosting. Say any pan be hosting me first. I have so much to say. And I love Time with Maame Grace because it tackles very sensitive life issues. Echo all over. Echo baby the first show ever I started this platform until we to me akase no na ye fapem platform we saying ne fapem you started with TV 8 years you started with TV ni radio ni de ba ehwo no no hit no course so na fe de ba social media no 6 years was last week into this episode no na nka last week na SME but na important message ana issue wo ho nti na ese me address eno answer from religion, marriage, heritage to issues about our next generation. Time with Maame Grace has been the essential show on 360 life issues like a trabebia second nufenu eko left right center efobia ho eko obia ho asem eyo obia ye. It has really created a greater impact. Obia eka ho asem. It's unlimited and it cuts across everything you can think of. Time with Maame Grace will address it. So before we delve into today's topic, I want us to say happy 6th birthday and now happy 6th anniversary to Time with Maame Grace. Our social media and to everyone who has watched us and been part of the gradual progress. Obia and congratulate Time with Maame Grace for starting a great show. And you obia no to me start a platform, no to me hold it, to me drive it, able do this level. I started single-handedly. And I am still sitting here. And the beautiful aspect of this show is that, yes, starting with social media 6 years, me mom will break it that there's not a single Sunday but consistently back to back. And this is how far we have come. Bebre bi o mo platform o mo ntumi international mpo en teach. Ade o mo chin. Bebre nso bia consistency ni ho because enye easy, enye cheap. Yes, but ye de say boni na see me so anka be kan papa see me so no so me ka. Back to back you hold the platform not till now and we are still here. What Maame Grace cannot do does not exist. So we are still here. Can't pay 6th anniversary on social media. We have done well. Yehu ni asem, yehu ma asem. Aniu, ai obuo kese ene wo yehu. We are so proud of ourselves. Yankase ye hwe ne mum ya bomoden. Ani. Enti mo a mo this Time with Maame Grace I met 2 beautiful young women in my office the other time. But I started here when I was having 4 views. Omo ahwa besi nne and omo ba Ghana no mbesra me. I was so happy when you tell me you started with me. What started with me, how many years in it? Then when you're in Chantro episode, what is your best episode? I will share what time with Maame Grace. Ube to me the Ato platform so Eddie Amai. So in the special event of this month marking our 6th anniversary, when we first started Time with Maame Grace, our first show, I have decided to talk about the soul. I knew the mind, emotions, and how our thoughts carry us like vehicles through situations, life, and into various realms. Ade ana meka ho asemunie meka sa na dro nipa bebre every villages ne all sort of places eba out because that time no na ewo TV ne so. Ye kasa about bibia ehu hia manipa. Na ye nipa wheels driving the manipa ne your krate asefo ne ye ne wo kasa ebisa nsam ye mbisa nsam se bisa wo religion na wo book asem ye ka cho se bisa asem wo bisa asem ne wie nso so a ye nja wo say wander in the land by asking questions but ne ye throw you back into yourself ye ma wo te wo ho ase the Bible kan ye say Christ in you the hope of glory na o ka say ye are gods na me throw wo ho and to inside say focus on your divinity inside of you wa wunya misu a eti umu ye wi ane ye ne wako no we destination that is ascension. It is a whole package a leave wo wandering around but a catcher will say shade we ye wo hyen so afafa ne sei na wo fa ne senya koduru sei it is a whole package. I redirecting you wo thought na asan direct ya ko ba bia wo beko na wa wie ye nso so ode aka ho e de ama sa niama we ya meka ho asem say wo soul ni wo emotions ni wo life ni bibia no eno na meka no say eye wheels I drive your life into wo feel say senkanya sa niama we ya me pa wo chewo anka wo den na be ma watena wiase na di wiase na wo te no kranka wo te ne senka wo be den ye hu awerho ene anigye nti na che say niama eye abrabo ye hu asem. And a time with Maame Grace Eka. That is what the topic of today's show is about. Animus and Sensus. Asem way and they beka wasem. And today we are going to travel across different lands and listen to old stories of how they were able to teach generations about the mind's journey through stress and frustration. Enu nende ye babeka eniama ya bobi so wo platform yi so time with Maame Grace this particular show no so abesi nde no ebi nende ye ponche ho kakra nti nkenne de nka akoye ye city anniversary de na nka enye stress bia na nka se ye tena ha na ye old videos ni bebre na nka ye de jeje ye ni nanso me tetetete ho na me de abom ama obi bisa se nti city anniversary ni de ne ye nti makate kopa no half price obi an ko office no nko to be half price. That's what I can do machicha nyasa meto office ni. It's very important because we claim we are here than animals, but looking at them from delivery almost to every part of their lives, they are free than us. Yesi ye ne mmoa na wa yesi ye nim nyansa ye nim de akosoro chen mmoa nanso mmoa wo fa ahudie eche nipa abo nko asabi ebetumi agina ho awo ne ba oni obi ye nkokun woni kunu ho abo bi eni wa ye jealous of ne nyonko eye survival mode ochi obi are said ye nso nipa ye chi obi wi eno apart from that no omo wo fa ahudie ne rent nso school fees mba no so obi eni wono mo a ode na kwa ba bi so nko yese ya na nko yese omo nko wo religion ho. They are more free than we human beings are. Omo ni adaje for wickedness I want yen yakoma mu ayewo ni bi. We will talk about folklore that existed before Christianity from Persia, India, Greece, and our own Africa. Yebekeka nsem na niama na ewo wo ho bi ye yense ye bibi ntese ye ku ye nua. Na ye di prove your point no. Yebekeka bi. There be a special child, the be a PF your man, be say PF kuro be so it is only Africans who are saying say who special child the be a farm or mother. And it's a wuti ana wuti any folklore. Yabekika kaniama nibi. These stories were created long before modern religion and long before textbooks. Eniama na wo ho memma wadwene nya woda. Sa asem we ko kan omubu befu. Say we are say yetimi wo 2000 years. It's not true. Oba me officer, me wo meteorite da ho no mu a eye over 1 million years. And the certificate can oba beto shakti to office ho no mu a eye over 1.5 million years and the certificate can I office ho. Nti untumi nka kire me say wiase we no eye 2000 years. Na se sa na tie dia na say we were here before all this Bible and all these textbook and all these books you can think of no ebai. They were the way all generations taught the wisdom of the mind in a simple form that even child could understand. Ne ye okwan efa so. Eni nipa kasa telepathically. Na nya de ye tietiem ebiebie ya no. Utumi de wani hwe wo ba sei. Obi ma na aduane kra na owetwe gbadim. Wunya ye ni sei mpa aduane no kra onje. Na ye nananom wo kwan omo fa so ne ye kasa. No mo ntietiem. Nti na obi ka bibia kire obi mpa onte me maame ye betumi atena ha akasa ne me baketo wa no ye betumi atena ha akasa wonte asema ye kan eda so ne ye te ha ne ye niama me ko hu video bi e na me were hu ye yie semani so je ya time na aborofo no e de ye nananom na ahemfuo enye just ekuromafo no aborofo no kire ahemfo na de eni the way a omama omachekire omontoma aba omuko machekire bi ana omo ne omo akọ edua na se ne ensuo na no ana omo kire omo ade omo ye practicals wo ho e de kire omo ade na huhu ana ye mobo eno nkire se ne ye nim hwe ne ye wo ye de a yesua wo kurom ha se na ye ni ye de a yesua anka ye ni abende because enye obroni na be kire bibini abende na kire se ye wo ye de a ne yesua dada ena omode bai na se niam we na ya medwen ho ana menti ase de ekosi ye ma ye de ne yira ahwem prekope ama omode na be dominate no until now medwen ho a mentumi nchirem na mentumi soso nte ase. All these stories carry one lesson. The mind is the vehicle of your life. E peso obi ate ase adwene na da wutirim no na ye ka ana afidie a etwi wa brabo. So at every level and how it operates, embre bia ni adwene a wo bedwene ba bia wo benyini akodu bia na adwene no eno so eye adwuma aye nkrofo say common sense ye common. I don't see sense as a common something. I see air as a common something because sense there ebi do obi atirim se be ka frache mo fanchemi se be ka frache mo fanchemi onyansani nyini na ojimini susu se be onyini obi anso so adwene da ne tirim se adwene ye papa sa adwene ye boni edani patirim nti aya amoma ye ndwene hwe adwene ni yie nti the mind no na ye vehicle of life nti se dia wadwene tie no sebe fatweme sa na wabrabo eye den etie. So let us walk through the folklore of Animus and Sensus together. That is our topic. Welcome to Time with Maame Grace. I have been your loyal host for the past 6 years. Me breaking one Sunday back to back. Infiensia. I have done well. On the social media, TV dey 2 years. And some year dey back social media no 8 years ni. Consistently, we have done well. You have also done well. You followed without force, and this is how far we have come. Single-handedly, I have given you back-to-back episodes. I am grateful to you. Anka wansha anka bi amijaye. Aminjaya de mum. But me that's say wo share. I want to retire. Maybe I dread ye. Embre wabona na ye wo mi nti no. Na me pese nka me tenase kakra. Me tenase as in me ko, but I will be writing, I will be guiding others to also host the shows. But my managers is saying no, we say no. Ye hwehwe so a ye nya ye hu obi so obetumi aye, but I know people are on this platform that can do it. They are saying no for now, but we are still working around something. They will find somebody because say mean to me enjoy. We need younger ones. No mumbe take you over so that I can manage my old age, nicely. Inti eno ye asema eda eho aye twe ne sere ne abasa. Ye hwe me bom pai say wo a wo hwe me na ye say wo mbe take you over no. Obetumi agina wo na so na waba. They will announce it, come boldly and come and do it to the glory of God. Happy birthday to this platform, Time with Maame Grace especially. I welcome you once again. My name is always the prettiest preacher on this platform. Me man kran krabia akwaba. Efe na Time with Maame Grace and the no ebe starting. Yo abusia ndenso so ye kwestia da bio me mankrankra bia achi e mankrankra bia akwaba at the back time with Maame Grace Jumedie Kasie. So happy anniversary to all of us, 6th anniversary to all of us. Ya de yaba enim yi yam feli ya working very hard until happy anniversary to all of us. Obia nkoto ne copper half price because of this for 1 week. Yes ade today we are discussing Animus and Sensus. On this platform, I am the prettiest preacher. Call me the Grand Phoenix. I am the living saint. I am the only person who is not dead. Me wuye, now so me a saint. Saint Osika. Call me Kasongo. I am Choco Drama Queen. And I'm in California Drama Dolls. One kasa usha diana ubehu speed na. But call me the Grand Phoenix. The divine goddess. You can call me the goddess of light. I have multiple names. Call me anything you want. Call me Jezebel. I am me. I am that person that comes into your mind and anything comes into your mind. Fanisa wo honomo. Memwakwaba at the back time with Maame Grace Jumedie Kasie. So mama topic no dada. Yanshe Zoroaster child. Enyama bebre esisi. Na se wanhwe ni ye na afedie ebafo wo mind why up till now Africa edasu kite niam bim na Africa dasu gi niam bidi aya wodwen ho a na unnim nia wonka na ayete so se unhu nia wonye na nti ye gi universe na nkasa di se edane ne ho na dakoro ebedane adane nipa ewo mu nyina ye wo saa gidie no. Zoroaster, also known as Zarathustra, is renowned for his visionary experiences and spiritual teachings that emphasize the worship of Ahura Mazda, where your common knowledge akugu phone sesia ubenya. As for myth and fictions there, ugugu sesia ubenya bebre wo phone so. The theory of one deity being seen as the only one supreme and beneficent God, from Krishna to Jesus to Muhammad to Obiya, is just wisdom. That people will pick one of their own and then copy from something so they are able to infuse their culture into it. So you can say that the Arabs or the Arabians, they picked Muhammad and they are able to infuse omo culture into it. And then they jalabia. Yadi hijab aseshe yeti so obi culture enti sanka African so to me fa obi e na omudi onu so si ho so onu so ye Jesus a obama omo na nyame obama omo no mutumi infuse omo culture ka niam bebere hu ni ne anka hu ye shortcoming ba kono no ba moma ye hwe we ye Zoroaster child eniama na oye ni de wo omo dwene ma anu ni niam omo susu ma anu ene asema omo de omo anu e kama anu na wadwen hu abisa wo so wo ye African na we leaders ni we heroes no. How do you place them? Where do you place them? How do you value them? Pesa wo dwen hu kwa akiri asubibi pa bi betimi afiri African continent so aba na Nazareth fo ebisa omo ho sa question we omo se asubibi pa bi betimi afiri Nazareth aba na omo wie no omo so mo mra mehwe Yesu agenkwa no mo mra na mo mehwe omo mpa no mo wogidie wo mo se bibi papa ntumi mfiri omo asase so mba no later no omo found ni bibi. I don't know why African continent, a continent like this, with people like us in it, yet ye who be ye between the as a God, as a Messiah, ye be infusing your culture and the outcome into me protect ye by ye defending a man for dear with our lives. This is what I want to draw our attention. Say ye. His activities extended to moral living. This is Zoroaster child. Promoting truthfulness, righteousness and purity, while sharply rejecting the belief in many gods and the practices of animal sacrifices or sacrifice. This is Zoroaster child. So ono ne dia odeba ayeni eniama wo wiase wunni menkyere se eni ho eye decision na obi opese oje ne man oje ni kuro oje ni race no obe make a decision. Se said the Kwame Nkrumah the independence ba Ghana the whole African way no omo copy ye ne sa pepepe and na these stories e wo hodada enya possible so nyankopon a wabo nipa obebo nipa na later or the book aba. It doesn't make sense. won nipa mpo won nya sa mistake no na emom no de wo mu nie eyade a na ewo ho e na bi copy ye e na omu promote omu de ni yie na de nso a nipa vibrate wo so no eno na wa ahoden eno na ama de yehu nei yehu nende nti bisa wo ho se Nyankopon bo nipa ma nipa wo ho anso ni buku ba later de ya ende de na mo ya ansa na sa buku de ba ye sa de ne na ese wo hwehwe mu hwehwe kom a wanhwe ni ya obehu sa no bi ni yetiti soro e de aye book ama because the ochro Bible no or ye demonology book no ye Bible book no the Bible ne bra mu no mu keep the aka no anio adwenya me pese ye nyina ye dwene this is what Zoroaster did onu ebegina wo no si on your purity or ye say me name the difference between this man's story and Jesus' story. I'm sure you remember when I spoke about Ahura Mazda as a religious theory of monotheism. Me know why yes episode no is on the platform. The folklore about him happened in ancient Persia thousands of years ago. Wahu eni amani bi wo ho. Nti ena make us wo sua de a go beyond the Bible, go beyond what you see on social media, go beyond whoever anybody is saying, go beyond any book that you are holding. Now we be hwemu no. Wunya hu sa questions wo ma ye team ebieja baby. Did the come at the moment you take that step, you are able to find your truth yourself. Before Islam came, na we e wo ho sa story wo ho dada. Before Christianity, not this story wo ho dada. Before Judaism had taken its full form, na sa de we wo ho, there was a man called Zarathustra or Zoroaster. No wo ho dada. Ansa na sa niam we nyina eba. Nti na cho so wo ho ansa Jesus ba ye. Na cho so wo ho no mo ansa na Muhammad eba ye or wo ho no mo ansa na Judaism ba ye no makeka ni nyina no. This story was about his birth. Now woman nsem na makeka ni nyina akere mo na yentwa de. Before I continue, I want to ask this question. I've heard that the Ahmadiyya community views Zoroaster as a prophet. Is it true? The Muslim or the Islam sect no mo from mo say Ahmadiyya for no mate me say den mate say omo hu Zoroaster ya make no ho asem as a prophet. Eye no kra na the platform is open, we want education. Niama yente ase ne pese yete ase nti sa wo hwe me na wo ye Ahmadiyya ni na sa wo ye endowed about this asema bibi se unim no kure wo ma. Please, the platform is open 0244860092 bra na wo ne yen betwetwe sa ankomo no ye kramoni bia wo hwe me na sa wo ye ready se wo knowledge we wo de beba e ya mpa se Ahmadiyya for no mu hu Zoroaster as a prophet na e question. If anyone has answers, please come to Revelations and let's educate the public. 0244860092. But now we are discussing. We are educational platform. We are not limited. In here, I had you believe in any you open to all. Just like we are say is open to all. In so to togu hieni, osikeni kremoni, bosomsumuni, bushieni, etiesini, any amasono. Sana platform we so say and you open to all. To what was knowledge, the platform is open. Come and educate us. The folklore says that he was born at a time when many tribes believed in multiple spirits and many gods. No mu jinyama bebre, enyame bebre ni sunsun bebre edi. Sa wo hwe Bible mu so abehu se enyame foforo wo se. Let us create man in our own image. Sa wo ndin so so a se enyame foforo wo ho a, se enyame foforo ni ho a, anka Nyankopon na wodi ni di ni nka ntro say men worship any other god apart from me nature so ditum say ada Nyankopon wo ho wo de ba na wo de ba form so so a wo ba be hu say universal church and Roman Catholic yes omo so enyame bebrebe na omo de omo nyina ba omu e na omo yi ba ko de tu ani a eye amen ra omo de tu ani ana san god na omo de tu ani a omo som nti ebinom so nim die mu no omo de kodi pope ni ntade ye hye no ene na ho fasuo ena omo didi si ni nyina na omo hu de gon ni nyina abosom ni nyina edie no ewom ebinom soso omo nim die no. According to Persian folklore, when Zoroaster was a baby, the rulers were afraid of him oyabofra no na amanyofo no esuro no. A prophecy said he would grow into a teacher who would challenge the old beliefs. That is Zoroaster. Minim sa asem we baby a wunti bi wo hoda oya abofra no ukokora mu abakwa ko hu bi wo say Yesu odane de be nkrapa anoma oya abofra no Zoroaster nsusu de ni. So they tried to stop his destiny early by plotting to kill him. Em so hu we bi nsu wo Jesus ho. I know later on in the years the same narrative was said about Jesus when he was born. Until be hu ababa se na the same story na it is only a before. And omo nso so omo ntumi anye hwe omo de bibi papa bi ntumi mfi omumu ma yan wu obi papa bi e ma. One story says they left him alone in the open desert, hoping danger would take him. This is Zoroaster. Jesus the ene de omo say Herod esoma so omo nkoku no omo nti omo kun mofra be over 2000. We de ene de no omo so omo de no kosi ba bi say emoa meche ne nwe. Anio, they released fierce animals and even wild horses into the field, expecting the child to be trampled and killed by the wild animals. So Rasta de no. Enti one ababa say story no. This child was so special. Anio, enti no nkrofo bebere yasoma niama bebere akose onko no mu nkoku no. And American bibia to me see wo baby Africa de bibi say to me see ye. Ti minim say ye ntumi an come up with anything no. Say ye nje ye hu ndi say ye the special child ananya mi bi betumi afie mu abawo. Eno de I leave it to you. Say ye kan na wo ye ho no so. Obi nya de omi say wo ya de onipa ye okope word by word wa futuo na driving in life. So obema o credit obedidi watama aka ho. Ye tan ye ho tan hunu. Ye be say nipa ye nim ni ayeji. I sense of belonging. I feel entitled. Into no be say you be behave to say we are say ne dia. Ontumi control ni fie so social media de obe show ostrich. Obi di bi ba me so anka metutu no ho ntakra man obi ehu ne nam size said yeti. Meaning say ye suba we nti na ye de nyame bi emfi ye hade amba mentumi nkyere. But something strange happened. Omode ne koto ho no say abua bi meche ne we no. Be strangeness instead of harm, the danger stopped around him or ye so powerful. Inti na mwa ne meche ne we no wadane Daniel. Mwa ni bubu ne mo we mum e de ma no. O man chenanre. Folklore says the wind became still. The animals paused. Omo yina we gine we adane status. And the leader of the wild animals stood over the child to protect him. This is Zoroaster. Whether the details are symbolic or literal, the message is clear. So what I say, at least asem na ye clear. Isisiso at the mouth. Fato to all the messiahs na unim no ho. Say story ni difference e wo mpa ye de. Na say ye copy and paste a adenti nti Africa ntumi an copy bibi and paste. We ye just question no. Enti say munji ndi say ye copy and paste there and I make say minim Africa na anya smart o. Say minim because I don't be copy this God. I only di omuno mu di nkunim. Nanso obi an copy brunsam. Ote di ote anaye de ne brunsam. Ye de ne brunsam so me emfa ne yenye ne ye ba ko pe bi meka ho. Anaye reject ye de enti. Enye easy o. There is a part of you in your mind and soul that protects you from danger you do not even see. So obi artist ade we ase. Tie Eya mummy susu ni yemra fom. Si susu ni yeba fom a we are able to help ourselves. Na yemma obi en deceive saa keke. De bia eye bronsam eni nyankopon, eye papa eni bone. De biara da eye mezaya bi anyway. De biada asemba akuna na yeti. In the Garden of Eden, osofo bi ne kan, or say God planted good and evil. Tree no ewo garden ni mu de bia ye kasa ade no pa what does it represent? It represents your brain. All the God omobobo any all the devils ahodo omo manyina it is sitting inside of you as human. Enti ya wo ana wo be operate wo left hemisphere or your right hemisphere ade we ya no full episode ewo this platform so ti bronsam wo he en Africa nye smart en creative ba akokora onyankopon no man fan cash out na so man fa so ama omun asam na ahomte asam na emobo abusia there is always that part of you me say wa na wo ye nyame wa na aye brunsam It's because who ye now be activate which part to operate. There is a quiet strength inside you that rises when everything around you feels threatening. Me catch no pain be ni ati asefo asase so a wuntumi nkom MPM free. It's because you are ignorant about yourself. Bibia abeto ehu bia just be still na ye calm na kum boni we. Sa nya misunu be pagya ne ho e be fight e be famafi. So wutumi drop fear. The day you will drop fear, be hu se bibia po ni wiase. Etwe wadwen am de agina sa asem we say so. That thing is lying inside of you and show be able to. This ancient story teaches that even when you feel alone, there is something in you. Call it intuition, spirit, essence, inner wisdom that steps forward to guide your path. So yes, me say you if you the day you infuse or awaken your inner stillness, that is the day you realize how powerful you are. And that will be your inner stillness. That is the day you will kill what is called fear. And the day you kill fear in you, how powerful are we? This is what we need. This is also coded in your Bible. If we say they are a team muno, a door so chain the way we are say. She said, the eti womuno so to me who now activate here. And we are singing now to me compete chifaso because we who near eti Bible aka or see me nim said the eti muno door a so chain the way we are say. And then a Bible can all these are codes. Near the akoshe nyamibi. Yenjin to say nyamene particle no eti yemu. And in Africans entimi enkreti nyame bia na mezaye bi amomu ye ni gidie wo ye yankasa yemu. Every culture has a version of this. The inner protector. Ebi wo bi emu na matchero no say Bible akodi wo ho. The Animus protector. That is the topic. And that's we hu. Abusia edem pa na wuti we ye wo se wuntumi ye. Amina me katro wuwu a na asa. E wo honam ye ni. Na se wuye a whole machine na obetumi akọ bibia mu. Just be aware of yourself and that's it. Akọ na obehu se wa na wuye nyame no na wo ignore mpo se wunye nyame a wuni nyame ni hweye. Because even monkeys they play by their sizes. Inti se wu nipa woto wo se wunye nyame a ntumi mfre nyame ma ni nye yiye. Because wuye nyame nti na obetumi afre nyame ama na ba. Lions when they cry, lions be na beti no omo aba. Monkeys when they di hu omo nyina beti no omo aba. Onyame ye nyame, onipa ye nyame. Nti no nipa timi fre nyame ati ni mu no wabeya anwanwade. Nti without nipa there is nothing like nyame. Ti ase ma me. Now yenhwe ajana eyeden ade a me bombarded with different theories. Now ya restarted the whole show no again. Now what she say one kasa wu say we den in Africa gina den nti ne be this level aye niama to this level this era nimdie atoa pete abofra ketewa kura nani aba ne ho so no Africa for so mo ani mba o mo ho so when eba nyame asema yenhwe Ajena. In Hinduism, Ajena is a legendary icon and the third of the 5 Pandava brothers, known for his skill and his spiritual connection with the god Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. Whatever you hear or read, take your time. In your stillness, find your truth. I hear even today in India, they have an award after the persona of Arjuna called the Arjuna Award. Ewo India ho. It's given to outstanding sports people in India. More India, and you can Google and see. Edru one more celebrity. I just go and witness it. His folklore started some 3,000 years ago in India. Ghana for Edian na celebrity. Africa for Edian na celebrity. When ya Messiah bida. Has anybody special been born here before? Kwame Nkrumah mpo awiase nyina boni din. Africa nyina agi ni tum no. Ghana for bi e wo problem wo no ho. Che say ye tan ne de. Ye ni ba bia ye beko because ye nyina ye betumi abom ne ya hyehye car. E say ye tumi hu nyansa se ba kon drive car no ne ye nko show no off. Ye nyina ye ntumi ntena sie na chi and drive car ninko na yen so yen pese obaako be drive car na konti ni yen na ye gu car no so yen na ye kotena front ye drive yen ni aka echi nti na Africa ntumi nko ba bia no who is your Messiah? This is Arjuna ono so ne de anie medical ama muzo rasta so de dada anio. His story represents the impact of human confusion of stress on the mind. Ono so ne story ni nie tie. He was a warrior who stood between two armies according to the story. Ono so ne de no. All these things are depicting the mind. The right hemisphere and the left hemisphere. Baby, God, Satan, left hemisphere, right hemisphere. That is why people are creating a lot of gods and the same Satan. Say, ya didn't say, you better copy Bibi near to your place, near to me, and Yamibini, a cash out. And they woe unto us. He draft what a mobile white team, a cash out on Christians because of tourism. Oko China, they are cashing out on Bible. Omo printed. Baby, I will be India for mutu kwan bebre moko esprit. To everybody is cashing out. What are we doing here? We are paying. No benefit, no profit. Ajena way na omo say ojina amifuo mienu anim. Na America no. Ni na beba back to adwunia. Ya nje sade we ya ntuni ye se nyame bi tale soro ho. Na nyame bi gina baabi a mo be ko meka de bia kotua a lot of money. Akoto nsu abode anom. Mo ba the same kojo life na na ma beto so Africa ha. Ni na egusu ne yeko. Ni yiye mu ni na yepe. Eno ne kasa bebrebe yi. Me ken ebi nti ase da. The stories. Two armies are not just physical armies, but a representation of life situations. Obia to me come. Obia ni obetumi akachem so be wiase da nko an wedi da onko ya umuda. Obia ni obetumi akachem so be wiase onsu da. Esede ya nko an wasere. These two faces of life, these two armies of life, we face them every day. Devil and God is sitting inside of us. Responsibilities, expectations, and emotional pressure. Where are the onipa da senibia ekom? If we can even protect this, senka ye betumi protect ni ye defend this knowledge wa ma ye nkrofo na te ase. Say ye ka nyankopon wa ye adwen esi wutirim ti activate. Say ye ka bronsam so ye adwen esi wutirim nti activate because niama mienu nyinara wo face say wo ye nipa. Wo face papa, wo face bone. Senka ye betumi apreach we kurapo ama ye ma ka we are better than say ye kun tokwa e wa de simple way mu. So he was involved in a big war and was caught between two big armies which overwhelmed him. Edian war be anywhere koso wo wiase chen de koso wo wadwene mu ene wabrabom. War be any ho a koso wo wiase mu a so chen war koso wo wadwene mu ene wabrabom. Decisions bi mpo wo be ya no what turn between the two wo nim ade bi wo ha wo be ya na fa adwen no ye menye war be ani atiasefo asase so bronsam ni nyankopon ni ba bia battlefield biara e wasase so dan wadwene ni mu. Se betumi ate we ase a ye be jai se ye hwehwe nyame wo ba bi ni aboa ye ho. Ya ma adwene no a operate from one angle a dia ye pese ye nya no ye benya wom. Nti agena eko situation mu a afedie na waye overwhelmed ogina ayi adwene mienu ni ajame ohun ba bi ofa. Agena looks at both sides and drops his bow. Ogina ho no mu na adwene no pa ohun ba bi okọ na for dropping the bow. What is the bow? You know why yes our episode ne dada. Okay. The day you drop your body, eniyama wo betumi aye e wo wadwene mu no e be ye onwanwa hwe deep down within us sometimes one nkrofo ni bi wo waye de yomo fa kwan bi so a eye ayenya ayadwum ye koda ye mpa so ye hu se o jai ade a wo ye de enye menye jai wadwene be kan akire wo ba wo body no ene wo ego wo pesa wo say nipa no ende na tototo ko be tiesi obi so ka nipa no asem ono ne wasam ane ne nkokana mo nsolve ye mo nkokana mo nsolve ye eye ego ahoya eye wo honam no na ema wo ye all these things but deep down within you would that one pass a wo nim say aw asomasi onye emhwede a me ye enye so one drop it abo na wo be ye wadwin say wo say obi wo be say wo ho Ina make a chiro. He says, I do not know what to do. Aboy pinsu ohuni onye nti ode no hona we drop no honam o se me huni amenye. And because of his relationship with the God Krishna, your higher self, he came to stand by his side. Eya wona obetumi anya ni nyankopon ewo mu na make no at the moment you drop the body, or higher self na be pagya ne mu. Because we are more than you can think of. Morality of the folklore is that Ajena did not hide his confusion. Another bigger problem. Say ye be leaders are, ana ye be di domenima, ana ye be jina baby ya. Ye mpesa ye chere say ye de ye betumi akobibim. Ye de ye celebrity, she ntimi nyame, me de me kasa bibia ntimi nyame, nua unye nyame. Ewiase nya ode ya. Wo mra suso obewu. Dia wo ye bia ma wani nje se wanya opportunity na wo ye. Men ye wo ho te say wuni bibia asi. Paucho. Ti ase say do da bia wo ye confused woni ama bi ho. Susu. Paucho. Ohun se ontumi. Nti oje tumu. Se wa ye confused. De eto de bia binu mu kasa te say chese nyankopon kura gine nchen. Se yen ye se wiase nsa ende ye be se ende ya. Hey. Minia, I am kika kora wo ho. I am kika wo ho. He does not pretend. This is Arjuna. Unpretending. Adene nkoye mitiya miya and that's it. Just say uye bibi and we are say assemble to me to. Hey. He asked for clarity from his guide. Krishna. Omuhu Krishna so ye nyame. Nti so obisa guide from Krishna or patra say higher self and nyamisu etinimu. This is it. Etoda bia ade no hu so aka no kore. Na go back a bit. Se nkrofo how bebreba na untumi aka wanu tum na go back a bit. In your stillness, that is where your power rises. Ti etoda bia twitwani amani bisu na go back. Ye we binu mo ho ya agegefo. Ani o. One pretended. He asked for clarity from his guide. Obowura animu say ade we de minye ni de ni. Ade we de minye ni de ni. Ebi wo ho a ubeyi ano. Ebi wo ho no ma utumi say we mumuru samfo, you forget them. There are people they hate you because what they see in you no. Che say wo mo say hwe ni omumu. Ehu pain. Or we system kono yes spiritual somebody or to one teaching nya no and they wunyo or best say we have people like that. Don't waste your energy on them. E bin so wo hono ma o feelings ono no start ye na hwe yanko ama no. Obi abedru ba bi na e koma na e best say ni kodwoto. Don't waste your energy on such people. In your stillness, in your inner stillness, that is where your power rises. Nti etoda kan wanu tum na get inside. Twitwakasa no so and pretend say wo bibia wa figa wo bibia enye possible po ane. This is why that story is essential and has survived for many years within different cultures all over the world, because obema we hu say de tie dia wuntumi men pretend it. Hey, no matter how powerful, no matter how strong, me see bibi to me pem mu ma usu ka kire me say wunsu da nya no kware. Jesus so called the Father. So why have thou forsaken me? Because I should be able no so na eboro no so. I thought the be a yenye kom. Yes, suko jina pilot enim. You see a bizarre no questions ni na he didn't say a word. I thought the be a one. Shut up, ebebo. Me see in your stillness. That is where your power rises. Fasade we fa two trim. Eni amani bi wa wan ka hwe anka die by itself. Silence is power. Silence. A powerful. One day, practice this and see. Udi okunu no de oye ni na aka wanu tum na hwe ni din. Ubehu se de asem na ebewu hwo. Arjuna represents every human being who has ever felt stuck between two difficult choices or tough problems. Ebi afani amamu. Ebi afani amamu. Se wunima na wunim. Ai, Stoneboy na to njumbi. You only know my name, you don't know my story. Oh, that. Sound no kind, Stoneboy. You only know Maame Grace, you don't know my story. Be a break, baby, be a far bedroom, baby, or my bedroom is only ma. And come ma when him bere omusa, say wo say omoko. Undu baby a minia. Agena represent this. Now, so one shana so the best as a persona, you will miss the whole message, up. According to Hindu masters, God Krishna in the story represents the inner wisdom that speaks when we finally slow down and listen. And at the moment you drop your bow, at the moment you drop the body, at the moment you drop your ego, that is when your higher self rises. And when your higher self is in the ride, oh my God, no weapon. And also you coded in the Bible. And also you coded in the Bible. At the moment, you better your book. So if we want to copy this, let's also put one of our brothers or our sisters as God. So yes, I also need reading a raw. Yes, said these are symbolic and are symbols. This is how Hindu masters also see Krishna. Omu no say wo higher self say wo drop you bow and now drop you body na. Eno so ebe den ebe ba be kasa kire wa na ebe defend you. The battlefield represents the life we must still live even when our minds feels messy. Ade bi aye wa aye resu bia unka to kokun ho da. You want to figure it out. Upesa wonye na untumi mfiri mu mfi. This is what all these things represent. And representing a persona who is sitting somewhere with white beard. The day we will understand this, we help ourselves. In the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna learns that decisions made from fear brings suffering. Tiase mame. Se wadwene na bom na wuhuni ya wonye. Eho no mun na kuni nyina wo bronsam ne Nyankopɔn kuni nyina eho na wo. Bhagavad Gita munu so wakani play natural or say decision be a wo making no out of fear no and the suffering na de bebrew, but decisions made from clarity brings peace. Where a very important decision is a wo making and our choice I say wo making decision be a wo ye ya wo di fear na ye we de obeye mi say nti ma anye so obeye say nti ni nyina e de ohaw na de bere nipa atete na mom wadwene mu da ho enu nti na nsese wo sum bibi because of the wubenya wan sum a obekoburu nsam jamunti eye suffering na de beba wo so pachote ase wa ha sei fama me na mom wo ti ase na wo hu wo ho ano na wo decide say o minim say de we am ye mawie ye ni so meye no wo de wadwene na koye nti de beba wo so bia no wo be accept enu mpo utumi firi mu fi because it's your own decision and now your own choice. And you're better than one more be a force wa she bibim na wonni hu knowledge wo be wu emfaso oni hu wo wi a wasan wu bi maka hu. These ancient teachings is very simple and essential for the sanity of many people living in these trying times. Say your man crofo we ti ase we ni ye preach Jesus asem ni nyina say ade na ye war a wo wutrim eye wabraba wo twum mutin tontan wo be face a we are better. This is why obieni wa wabo mpa ya amane amba ne so da. Mo am see many other afflictions of the righteous, but intina what's the point? Because the understanding na wo na say message no ye mpese ye bete ase abrabo ne nye free. War wo face every day, no matter how we be organize uniama wo be kwa koshia buronsam bi. No matter how we be hyeche uniama utwu mutan asem bi beba wo so wo utwu ka yi ekura na nkobe obi betimi de ne ka bebo yade ye facing every day buronsam exist and anyame exist in our lives omo nyina ye part wo na wo be decide ba bia wo be play di akọ we ye very simple na ye hu say nyame bi efiri ba bia aba oba abeje ye Israel nyame ene hu ahwan nyame say yetumi boa ye ho a anka ye beko ye nim. The first lesson is that when the mind is confused, life feels very heavy. Why wouldn't? So hu ni awonyo wo ho a na abrabo no kra hu ba bia wo famfa. I am very heavy. That's the war. But when your mind becomes calm, the right steps appear. Until I say, whatever you are facing, don't force yourself looking for substitute. Obu ho ko bibi ma instead so betna se no ope bibi de replace nti ende no nam ha ochena no nam ha sit back a bit. This is equally coded in the Bible. Say embra David ba ye no mo de ne yere ene ne mma ene na busuafo ne omanfo ni nyina akọ na Bible say David gina ho na osuye and he stood alone. This is the code. The way you translate Bible no de kum yen say ta a chain poison. Sometimes you need to stand alone. That is why I make us say a powerful woman is a woman who can stand alone. You want microphone because they can't stand alone. Obi call ya no obi did they replace it. Sometimes when you stand alone, that is when you see the power in you. And especially if you are a woman and you stand alone. Obi be some say adentia. Emma hu. Baby omu create life force ye mienu. Obema de ye baako. Women are very powerful. Ye na create life force, but emma de ye mienu. No obema de ye baako. Ai port no, portal no, a life force efe muba no. Obema wo baako, na mba wo mienu. Oba de ne baako eye ne breast. The way na ewo mu no, eno na eye cheese wo brain ni mu. Ena ni moja na ewo ni womb no mu no so no. Eno so na eye life another life force. Eno so ye we wo brain ni mu. Obema ne de ne na ewo ne hwa ni mu ne pe. Hwa ntohwe. Obema ne de no. Wan pe kake. Women are so powerful. Senka yetu ye book kakra. Oh my God. Anka ma ye powerful. Na se sie de ye say ye person ye wipe your mouth kura say na say me say ye say bishop ne say mo obi and celebrate me omu yi mere kura so afiri ho ye te ho ye be hu ni ye nya hu say no kura dia social media there is a lot of lies. Whatever you are going through, try to pause. Me say pause a bit. Me catch now. Who ye kom kakra bi na uka wanu tum na do weni ba afoma. Ka obehu say wo bo afo no da wan kasa wumu. We have all experienced this one way or the other before. Obi anywhere abrabo no nko de chi wo mu da. So that to me share a big time now be say, hey, this one I feel wake up. This thing will happen to me like this nah. I thought the be as I say wo crash. Na wo renew na wo sesa wo na wo pore wo na wo ba out new. Esa wo nante aniti mesesa. Ni nyina ye war na ewo ye mu no. Bronsam nte ba bia na nyame nte ba bia. When the issues was tough, who dey ye calm keke na kire me. Even without books or scriptures, we know this truth from our own lives. Enye Bible na be kwa kire o se nyame ni, na ma kire o na ewo ho. Enye nipa bi na be ba be ka kire, onye korona na be ka ade egwu mu dada. Enu ti na me ka kire say if that's the point, say korona ne Bible ni Nyankopon ye a wo mo abebayi, e na mo be kire ye nde before nko what was happening. This is the comfort this theory brings to our senses and mind. Adia me no kan nyina eno na me de abom ama ono menua onyame bia nti bebia wa na wo nyame wa na aye bronsam bibia is packaged inside of you your whole machine. How to me process bibia eye wo pe na wo ye machine na wo to me process wo kind. Na no so to me processing the kind that won't end. This is how powerful you are as a human being. Nyame be biom na wo twen. Se wo kofa obroni na woni ne wo a, woni ni ko make munipa mo be make no mo kind or be half caste. So wo kofa nipa tuntum no na anim te se manimu ya na woni ne wo a be wo kind. Let us create man in our own image and likeness. When so adani obi oti baby, ya twe asem we mu a simple things are not simple for Africans. We are waiting for a Messiah. Kabashimene. Ni yehu continent like this. Now, let's look at Pegasus of the mind. I'm including this myth. Me say then, this myth. Me dey can catch of folklore. We me say myth. Now, those who were coming after me, insulting me and giving me all kinds of names are now copying how I do my editorials and theories. You do editorials. You do theories, and your opinion. Until anybody at all can banter and say whatever. Don't behave as if say, Ujina hona, Ushia, angel, nona, Ushia bunsom, Ushia buruku, and a burukusen and a nibakon and sabaku. You were liar. I am happy. Those in the Western world, any more Wagana crown almost say, maybe any more platform, you all sort of videos for me, no. Now they have understood the concept and they are also doing theories and editorials. You will not congratulate me. You will not appreciate and give me the credit, but one day you will do. That time is coming. I'm including this myth of Pegasus because of what someone said about my photo depiction of the goddess Medusa. nti na ma add small one way. I appreciate all those who are doing so much with Maame Grace on the media. Eya me yase men to me antro mu nyina mudin na nka me boboye. All the pals who are betimi be a platform ni bia just open. Unya me help, just let me know. Let me know your content. Ya baby I do need the impactation na ye creating yakoye baby. Ya ye bi. Obra no so ya boni yie. Ya nwuye ni mase. Nze sie de wa wo betumi be a platform be Jerome Studio will soon be open e wi a mema nkrofo bi so opportunity. No omo so ebie omo platform. This is the best we can do. Nti omo ye platform ni now one day I will pick all their names on the social media. I don't know you though, but I am seeing all the good works you are doing na me de aba. I saw one guy a video for this thing. Na me hu say aw. Ebinom enya message na ebinom so de John things na ba omo you know omo ka ho. Me including way because of sa picture na me depict you know. They don't understand nothing. Sometimes I want to tell you my condition and situation and what I'm going through what I post. I'm telling you my frequency. I'm telling you what is driving me. I'm telling you where I am standing. I am telling you what I am seeing. I depict all these things in the things I post. Because I can't speak to everybody. I can speak to those who think at my level. So sometimes that's how I post for you to know what's going on. But in Krofobi and Tiasie. I'm sure many of you remember that image on my social media pages. Naturally, the entire I am posting what I post. So I won't Tiasie, I won't mean decode, I forget. We don't post because of show. The way I post my things and the way I write. Because I stand on bigger platforms out there to teach. And they know me and people watch me. So sometimes I tell them who I am and where I stand. And sometimes I tell my lecturers I am in line. And these are things I can do to prove myself. To them. Because so much one day we will have a detailed editorial on the emblem of Medusa. But this is just to say that when you see spooky images of gods and mythological beings, Christopher, there is so much fear in them that when they see spooky images, lack of knowledge, they draw into conclusions. Say where you brunsam, where you saying you lack understanding. Indeed, lack of knowledge, my people perish. This is in your Bible. They only depict the highest forces. Adie bia makachiro say images na omochiro no. Eye frequencies of things ankrofo hu e na omo depict how they saw the frequency. Until when you see spooky images or spooky image and you don't understand, common sense, humble yourself and ask question. Maame Grace, why is this, that? And we will explain. Because like I said, baby, the impartation. Don't be limited with your eyes. Because the eye can only see death things. Because me can't dare things, I don't get confused. The eye can only see visible things, and everything visible, I will see who we are is experiencing death realm, because this is death realm. It is when you and you this is equally depicted in your Bible. Almost say Eve apple no who say eye no mu die no wo no mu ye. Because I na akatem so udi owu na obemu odhu ye and no di ye na owu ye. It is just telling you about this death realm. Ade a udi wani hu bia no e ade ebewu. Eno so omo adane ne say apple be seen there ebi say sex ebi say apple which age a Bible edi ni age a apple edi a na ye ntumi hu what is what and which is which. Eno de mo amon fanko. So spooky images are things, a frequency I draw for you to decode, to understand. I've told you about angels. The feathers there, no be engine baby or will be and feathers to energy. It is just talking about the speed the engine that frequency has. Patroti, I say what I say, Maame. The best comes from such spooky because they are caused. It is so to me decode these spooky images are. One are we are very knowledgeable. And no woko and some are writings beba. You should be able to decode frequency from stones and the rest. You should be able to decode images and sana what you be decode codes the Bible mu. Inti knowledge no o ma hye no a eye layers. It is a one trend say now when you say when say obofo ye say ne bronsam ye say nti eno ano no de awe mobo. The images or the spooky images determine or they depict the power or the energy of that thing. It is not to scare or demonize. No. We wojin sape say hu ade ehu any say mpa we limited. E bitimi hu owo snake omuntumi endicode hu ade koro frequency a omu no omu dwane omu ehu bronsam because ye demonize no. It is telling how powerful that snake is, the power is. Because otumi ma nipa bu nyame asem so de just understand how powerful that snake is. Who snake wo dream mu na wo si wudwane. Yenti niema bebre ase. It is to be unpacked by mystery teachers of the various powerful elements within that being. It is not for you as Christian. Wo so for kra hu bronsam no or won beben no or say bronsam won beben or ye demon menhwe na so the beben no de kon anointi obi. You see the confusion. The knowledge is very small. Now even writing codes, some of them are not able to decode. How much more a spooky image no to me decode? The other day we decoded Baphomet or Baphomet. You see, obisi o Baphomet no or say this it is frequency. Yes, my mobile from a kung fu to a software to spiritual people, they all personalize frequencies. Man for to me experience here. Omo atro de ato omo tire how powerful the frequency is. You say oyenipa onante ba where they got the body yan wo omo ti omu nya body ni wo he na de ba wo ho no atano e wo 6 sparks ye o ye giant. Asem na no adi o. Wo ka so hu ba bi a wo ka na ade akọ. E so serious. So when you see me posting all these things, I'm just exhibiting my mystery school teaching thing. I'm trying to tell my people that I am a teacher. And I am also depicting or telling my people the level I'm could do. So one tia mema we meye with hindrance. What dreaming go from? And I cannot stress it enough by using the mythology of Pegasus. To me this say. The stories of Pegasus were told in theaters. Movies around fires. And in early temples, long before Christianity spread into Europe, na Pegasus story we na in ancient Greece, it was one of their most famous symbols. No Christo ni ehu ende. Afi na we hu Maame Grace ho. Nti afi na wama na nu yi free obeha no ho time ni mi won we. The magical creatures that rises into the sky, they are all symbolic. But ebinum wahu edini nimu a ade no bi anhwe. Until they try to pick Maame Grace, they want endorsement, they want this, they want this, they want that. Let them use it. Nobody should worry. Okay? Why we yabeduni the impactation until let them use the name. According to Greek folklore, Masaka folklore, Pegasus was born from the blood of Medusa after she was beheaded. A ye folklore and a ye myth because they are symbolic. Nti omo ana omo pese omo reduce asem de kan yie e de ba form many party ase no omo no use folklore ne myth ne ade ne ti ase. She was a powerful being whose story represents trauma and transformation. She also represents extraordinary powers or power. It is when you see me say medim aye ho na maye we at that moment I'm trying to tell you where I stand or what I am going through or what I have been through. Won't yase nte ye evil to you. That's so cool. Ade a wuhu a won't yase ne enjage nipa wo ho. Your own Bible has akachire we say thou shall not judge. I say me yi aten na ebu aten. Enso mu yi aten ebu aten. Enso mu simu na mu su nyame. Ye so mboro ayiko nanye. When Medusa's head was cut off, Pegasus sprang out of the blood on the floor. But not as a monster. Inti how? Aden kra na ya mo adwin senya. Pamcho mi miza mazem. Owo ye bronsam ana meboa. Nyesa na mo kan. Mo so owo ye bronsam. Moses ekọ magicians no mu fie ho no. Na ba na ekuta no na da na eden. Moses mu anka se na Nyankopon na asoma no. Ti Nyankopon de wantumi anda ne hwe odane na ba na bronsam to show what? You see? Yedi mu achi a. Ye besa moku madada amamu ewu. Si edi mu echi a ye betua mutua bone mo. You see everything and you judge. Book of Moses, 7 book of Moses, evil what kinda or some kinda. So what's the point? Bibia na mu nipa bibia mo be judge. Na brunsam na oyo wo anyway Moses na maka no. Uko hospital na hu eduro no mo de ma na owo ne dan ho bandan no. Wonu ya na atotwene. Bisao. Wonu ya na atotwene. Mo bre too much. But not as a monster or than no one than a monster. Pegasus was born as a rising force of beauty and inspiration. When you see me post as Medusa or the head of Medusa, I am just trying to tell you how beautiful I am growing in what I'm doing and how I'm impacting people's life. The inspiration I made many pack. We say we simple thing we when we Bible ayo. And this social media is the whole world though. And your TV will be a show we are safe for 9 then would this add Jimmy away. How? Why? Ubenu who that you? Ubenu Messi won't name me a womba by entity. I will do to social media, no so you're careful. When we take this story into our topic of Animus and Sensus, the message hidden here is clear and powerful. That sometimes your mind's clarity and strength are born from things that once caused you pain. I thought there be a freedom no free ya ubi a uko mumu na make a you go through labor, you travel to prevail in that labor world. The pains you will go through, but we are no we aji. I thought the we go through so much pain just so that we can give birth to new things. From old wounds, new insight is born. And then I will come. Now say Burunsambi, you need to experience these two phases. And I'm the ajana, way the chira nti wona nanimwe no kan o se afoto nsakra nipa age sensɔhwɛ na ya yira ye kasa nti ye hu niama ye nti ase na nkrofo we so ama ye hu so mo no mo di nyansa bre ye de enim nyansa nti. Pegasus is depicted as a beautiful flying horse, but it is not really about wings. And I make a try say it is all about frequency. And chere say wings no na chere say obi tua ho wings animu no so. It is about the human mind rising above confusion, fear, sadness, old memories, and heavy thoughts. If we understand this, I won't say that you better say we are saying you be say you personalizing niama. When you see flying wings, it's not about obi to ho said you must say angel to now boshing and tabbing. How can you do this? How can you even say that? So Bibi say a flyer. This is it. It is all happening in the brain. Oh. Ancient Greeks used the image of Pegasus wings to show what it feels like when the mind finally breaks free from pressure. This is how they show this. Meaning baby and crofo way to me ya ma omu na beda ni nipa wo nipa bi ani so e wo sum bi mu. Ade esese ye focus wo ye ho kra ye focus wo nipa bi a ye hu ne da ne ye nim no so asem we anu ye den ankasa odwin a wo hu ni a wo kan hu ni ye ho. The moment when something suddenly makes sense, the moment when a burden lifts from your heart, the moment when you see life with fresh eyes again, that is your own Pegasus moment. It's simple. So why do you see Pegasus as a demon or as what to worship? How? Everything is happening in the brain. The freedom within your animus and sensus. Long before colonizers, our people understood the mind in a very practical way. Ansa na Bible be keji mu adwene no ebinom. Ansa na mo slave masters no ebe keji mu adwene no. All the wars and all the battles ni na is happening in the brain. Before all that, now ancestors no mu ni bibia na na bibisa ye no. Se nyame bo wiase wie na akire ode ye begu ha wie na akire ode Bible so ma obi so mfa mbre ye ndia. And ye na ye te hane ne ye den. Bibisa mo. Now say a Bible na your history. Your history is the word of God. Does this make sense to you? It's just a question. Long before colonizers, our people understood the mind in a very practical way. Practical way. Practical way. In Akan tradition, there is a saying, tie, or say the body stays, but the mind travels. You and I know. Our elders knew that you can sit in one place, but your mind can be in the past. You can be eating, but your mind can be worrying. Said ya wusu bia Yesu Christ ye jahem. Obi kunu ewu sebe kafra, obi be wu kafra o kafra. Obedidi, obi obesan asu. Tini yesi ano ye kwasea sebe. Ane. Obesun owie den, obefa aduane atomadi. Afa nsuo anom emfa ho ne a okom. Na wadwene ne de enam na ebre. Ye betumi atiase se war ni nyina ne battles ni nyina wadwene ne ye gyae na Jesus ni Muhammad ni hwan. Ye betumi ayesa ade we. You can be eating, but your mind can be worrying. Wo try say wo besere. Nipa banti ade e ha no pretend. Nanso deep down in your mind, eniama ekoso wadwene mu. Obre na doso wadwene ni mu. Nti na meka say, emema wo hu. Omo nso was some special giftings bi. Tie, oba enyinsan abofra for just 9 months. No we yi abofra na pie. Emema nyinsan abofra omo nyinsan omo all their lives make be mo hwe ne ba because emema ne nyinsan mofra no wo mo adwenem. Mami nchirem. Mesi oba nyinsan 9 months na wawo na abofra no we yi na pie na be ma nyinsan a onyinsan all his life because ono onyinsan wo na adwenem. E na masa kire mi say ye be mo hwe ba e na ono onyinsan sa nyinsan bi adenti na meka sa abofra no school fees odwene ho abofra na tade obehye odwene ho abofra no yare odwene ho nti abofra no is sitting in the man's brain all his life until he dies but obade o carry no for just 9 months no we na to nti mema so was some special things bi but omo ankasa omo ye confused beings nti ye ntumi kure hu omo mobo. You see, there is nothing anywhere than what dwells inside of us. We just need to decode ourselves. So you make me a beautiful place for us to live. But send your way na ye feel say nyame bi si baby onu no ye baby onu no ye say onu no ofa ha onu no oba ha. Emem anadwene na make obi say me nko deep. We can go deep. That is why all the pressure to obema so bebra and kwoti bewu. Because brain ye choked automatically no nerve na san kwoti ni mu na ebewu. We can do why are you saying a because I said kwoti? Is that not the name? Sule bolo bolo. Oh come on. Ne be ma say. Na be ma bia na wo ne be ma ni bi. My boss say I am being nasty. But anyways. What's your time with Maame Grace and we are discussing Animus and Sensus. And I made sure no and copy paste a whole lot. Mama yenti ase bibia battle be a cost to be a no. Say you free adwene na you betimi put your continent together. This is the most beautiful place on earth. Yenye poor as they are saying. We are only poor in the mind. Let's work on the mind. Pamucho. You can be smiling, but your mind can be struggling. You know this, right? At that moment, then the issue be abandoning. Say, hey, now you just have to smile. Oh no, no, be about you need to pretend deep down. You know this, right? Sometimes you have to put up a brave face and say that, yeah, now say me your hinibi, and you need to move 3 days. I on here papa. Say me maka chom me mfa nipa nko prison ba we no ode mu cells enye pire ho nye prison. Na anka say me publish no. No bi ase me publish no ade awaye no. Na me ka say ma mfa na nko se me kogu nani mase. Oyo hene ekuro bi mu hene. Na ahimfu bebre pack yom. He was looking at me like a woman. Me sometimes I feel I'm not a woman. Nah, I just left him. Me John so uncle. So one yet the right thing there, remember na so ash. And I'm saying yet trends dey anka was so much to do. Hey, kaya back trendy brutal. Because papa we will be any na home must what 24/7 on hene. Me what to me go any mass. But me go nipa any mass. Until ye man the time so on do justice. Ba oye gidigidi a ye be ye gidigidi a kire no. Abusuade na make all the war ekoso wo nipa adwene mu. Sometimes you have to put up a brave face. Ade ne ye ja. Ade na nipa de aye wo ne ye ja. Na so say wo du ba bi a wo sere. But adwene ni nim sa. You can be quiet, but your mind can be loud. This wisdom was taught through folk tales, proverbs, and simple actions by your ancestors. So it's not that we didn't have anything. We know about all these things. We were aware of all these things. Our ancestors knew something that modern life often forgets. Because ya allow yehu se niyama bebre nsi wo yeso. A scattered mind leads to a scattered life. That is why Africa is like this. I'm telling you. A steady mind leads to a steady life. Into the men work on yourself. Men fe bibi and kata bibi so. Adie na how no confront it, deal with it. Na ma adwene ni nye free. Na wo life nye free. One yen is na wo yet say who replacing yama, who the bibi to so, you will be depressed. Inti yenum bebre yadwene nya adwuma papa saa o. But ye shatade a ye ho. Inti ye say ye okay. Abufuo bebrebe na ebi bufu no. Ani dede bebrebe ni ntokwa bebrebe no. Ebi adwene nya adwuma. Eya wo ne ade ehyehyehye omo adwene. This is why storytelling was so important to us as Africans. The stories carries wisdom in a way that the whole community could understand, educated or not. Because no munim say wako school say unko school bia ability obi asusu hu hia. Nti no mo we o mo communicate mo obi ate ase according to the abilities and the level of thinking. Sa na yen yeti kurom ha ne yeti. The mind is your life vehicle. Na wo de wadwene di agro na ye ma nkola ne nunum niama egu o ma adwene mu ye mpanifo ye to ye nke. How you guide it determines where your life goes. Minianom. How you guide your mind determines how or where your life goes. To sha adwene ewo wutiri mu a ehi na de wo beko. Aswaso amanfo ho adwene bone. Egu wutiri say who say you obi potin na say me twa social media and I'm like, hey. Na nti say nipa no kra ne wo asem akotena se na wo ne nkan. Ugu obi ani mase wo obi so hwe wo so o. We ni kra ne say. Sa suban na ye wo ne de. Want to mean to say. These stories may come from far places, but the wisdom is for all of us. Sankrofo when your mom di be nyina ye wo say ye di fi baby na aba. But the wisdom is something that is born in us. Yenim dada. You do not need to memorize anything. Al, tau. You do not need to memorize shishi. It's something that is born in you. You do not need an education to understand this. And they say school they say you only need to observe your own life and master the mind's journey. Master the mind's journeys. Tia say adwene no ya na makwantuo mu wo na wo ya vehicle de wo ko ene na ya brabo na wo na mu no na to obu asefa ma wo ho. Remember this. So won kai bibia maka for the past 6 years and that's some make catch wo no. Say your mind is the vehicle for your life. Dia wo dwene no, ade wo wutiri mu no, eno na influence your life. Your mind carries your life. Your mind carries your life. Tiasia mami, guide it gently. Memo be influence your mind. Think for yourself. I guide it daily. Every day decision be a wo ye be mo bi mpian. Dwen ho na hwe say ye ma na ye anye yi awa na wo ye. Guide it with care. Bible say moma yemfa ayem hyehye ene ahopepere emfa anye ye nkwaje ye ho adwuma. Wo nkwaje ye wa adwene. Ti fa ayem hyehye make a decision. Fama wow. Asaka, also salvation is individual. You are your own Messiah. Your mind is in your head. What you think about is what influences your own life, not my life. Dia wodwene ma me no, utumi dwene enye no na be me life dia me dwene no ye me life dia wankasa so wo dwene no eye wa so life nti sa wo dwene adwen bone ma me wo wutirim ebe affect wa wo life bone na be ba wo so na me hira ye nyina me ma mo afihia pa makramo